Aloha. Hello there. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, and happy 2026. Damn, 2026. We are here already. Damn. Alright, how do we sound? Do we sound okay? Just making sure. Hang on, I'll check chat in just a second. Let me just make sure that I sound okay. Hopefully we sound alright. Alright, let me move you guys along over here. Alright. See, wait, what was that you just said? Z's behind me. A man on fire and on fire desk. Oh. Oh my. Oh me, oh my. That doesn't sound good. But yes, hello. I hope we have all had a nice start to 2026, even though it's only been 2 days, so hopefully things have not been too bad. Hello to Mr. Bradley, hello to Diesel, and hello to anyone else who is just chilling, lurking around in the chat. I hope we're all good. So today, already sounds good, good. And how things been doing lately? Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad, just trying to get back into the swing of things at the moment. Probably should have really scheduled this tweet, the stream better, but I didn't. I only literally bought these today, and I was just kind of like, you know what, I'm gonna do a build stream. Just for the heck of it. Just for the heck of it. But yes. So I'm very curious to see what these are gonna look like, considering that the total cost of these two added up to £32. So this is 24 and this one here is 8. And tell you what, an £8 set that's not a microfighter. Wait, this is a tweet? It's a live tweet apparently. I fumbled my word. My word for doing a fumble. But it's fine. So we will let's have a look at this very, very, very small 58-piece set, shall we? And the Mandalorian and Grogu Speeder Bike. That is such a long name for a set that's so small. That is interesting. But let's have a look, shall we? Let's have a looky. Yeah. Let's begin. How are we all doing? Are we all doing okay? Hopefully we're all alright. If there's any more than one bag in it, I will be... Wow. Even now they managed to fit something like this. Fit 2 bags into something like this. That is interesting. Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy small. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Your birthday will be in less than 4 weeks now. Oh, happy early birthday. What have we got in here? We got Mando's Cape. Still feels the same as the other ones. Which is not super brand, but you know what? It's alright. I'm good, didn't really do anything today. Fair enough. Well, I went on a trip to my local town, and I got yelled at by a homeless lady, which was very interesting. Wow, there really is not a lot of pieces in this. This is crazy. Like, I know that this is like a cheap £8 set, but also at the same time, like, this is small for for how much I paid for this. This is really interesting, actually. Interesting. Feel like how Mando has got proper printed face now. Can't tell if that's the exact same kind of look that he had before. It might be. Might just be more refined printing, maybe. There's Mando. And here is a little Grogu. Actually, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Shoot. Ask the question. A little itty bitty Grogu. Alright, let's have a look here. I expect this build to be done in record time. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, this could generally be quite short. It could be quite short streams there because I think that what I'm building is not actually that big. Do you think 17 days is enough for a movie to be in cinemas? No, I would say at least a month would be the ideal time. Why do you ask, good sir? I think there is going to be a revelation here. Yeah, I'd say a month and a half, about 6 weeks, I would say. 6 weeks is a pretty good runtime for a movie, I reckon. Not runtime, but screen cinema time thing. Screen cinema time thing. Yes, that one. That's what I'm looking for. Alrighty. This over here. No, I'd say the lack of is very alarming, even for like the really cheap £8 I paid for it. It's just kind of like even that seems like a lot. All things considered. Anyway. I can tell you what this they actually did release the version of this speeder a couple of years ago. It was a little bit more built up than this. This is really built down. Why? Because a certain streaming service company who's in progress of buying one of the oldest movie studios. Oh, great. Are they by any chance talking about the times of films, future films are going to release is only going to be 2 weeks? That's dumb. But am I really surprised that the Netflix, I'm assuming it's Netflix, us saying such stupid things? Not really, no. Because at this point in time, I refused to be surprised with these things. God, it just gets me nowhere. Sounds dumb, to be honest with you. Okay. Let's get down there. Here. Yep, that looks good. Looking good. It's rumored that they want to cut down the times. Yes, those cinema chains will probably eat them alive if they attempt that. Well, I mean, they can try. There would be... Netflix would be very stupid to do that because not only would the obviously not only would the cinemas lose out on money because of them, but Netflix would also lose out on money. You've got to have, like I said, at least a 6 week. I would say at the very least a 6 week runtime for films to get the most out of them. It just seems stupid. otherwise. But then again, Netflix don't exactly make great decisions with things like that. So, am I surprised? Not really. Do I think they're stupid? Yes. Will they still do it anyway? Also probably yes, because... Whoa. Essentially. Because woohoo. My opinion is 30 days, that's a perfect length. Between at least, it's to say at least a month. It should be at least a month. At least a month, but I think 6 weeks is the best, is definitely probably the best runtime. Bearing in mind, most films, well, a while ago now, would be in the cinema for about 2 months before they started appearing on stream, before they started going on streaming services. The true film experience is watching things in the cinema. Why can't people work that out? Why are people so stupid? I realise it's a stupid question to ask because people are stupid. By stupid, I mean by people, I mean big corpos who have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. But hey yo. Hey yo. Can't do much about it, unfortunately, at this point in time. So, what more is there to be said or done? I will forever rant about that. You will always hear me rant. Does that just sit on there? Oh no, it sits on there. Okay, right, I see. Okay, I think that's it actually. Yep, that's it. Wow. A record time. Here's an example. The new Lupin the Third movie is only getting a 3-day run in the US. Well, that's very dumb. That's very, very, very dumb. Hold on, Netflix executives. You are stupid. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're dumb. Alright. I'm going to try and see if I can get this so Amanda can actually hold on. Actually, no, he actually can't actually physically grab hold to the actual bike because it's not, as you can see, but his arm, the actual like handlebars are too far away, so he can't actually hold on to it. That is odd. Yes. I guess that's for his blaster on the back there. I assume so. Yes. The Live Netflix are not even involved in that. Well, you know, I'm still gonna blame them. I do, because they make stupid decisions anyway. But yes, that is this is what $8.99 gets you basically. Yeah, you could definitely put in like another stud in it. You can definitely grab hold of it, but that's just really weird. It's just a really weird way to do it, especially because they had such a good reference with the one that they did a few years ago, but this one is just kind of like a wee bit lackluster. I'm being completely honest. But I do have an easy, I have an easy fix for this that will require some to remove a couple of pieces, but I mean, for a cheap little set, you can't go too wrong with that. I think they could have very easily given this set more pieces rather than just 58, but that's not bad. It's a good, cheap, and easy way to get Mando and Grogu, I suppose. I think it's more because Hollywood is envious of anime upstaging them. Yeah, that also wouldn't surprise me. That also would not surprise me. But yes, no, I am cool that we got a cheap set. A bit meh on the overall design. They could have very easily done this a bit better, but you know what? As a simple little speeder, can't really go wrong. Can't really go wrong with it. But as I said, easy and cheap way to get hold of Mando and Grogu. Oh, this is the range of all the other sets that's come out. Didn't bother with the battle pack because I didn't like the battle pack, and also I don't want more clones. I've grown quite tired of clone troopers, to be completely honest. I might be in a minority for that, but that's just me. Keep Mando over there. Right, well, this could be going up on record as one of the quickest streams I've ever done. Right, so now we got Cobb Vanth, the speeder. Excuse me. Now, for anyone who hasn't seen the Mandalorian show, you might be wondering, isn't that just a pod racer engine with like handlebars strapped onto the side of it? The answer is yes. Yes, it is. Cobb Vanth got a bit, shall we say, creative when he was putting together his ride, which is cool. I mean, initial look, this for $24.99. I don't know. You have to wait and see. I guess a fun fact on Netflix, they recently screened the finale of Stranger Things in theaters, and you'll be shocked by this. Then they gave all the profits to the theaters. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. I mean, to be fair, considering how much Netflix are worth, I'm not. Can't say I'm entirely surprised by that. But fair play. I say fair play to that. Netflix have earned a smidge of respect. Only a smidge. It's a very small instruction book. And how many? Oh, 3 bags, but is it really free? Could they have gone away with doing other ones? Hello, the mock stop. Hello. Welcome in, good sir. Hope you're doing well. Eva. Oh, congratulations. Glad to see you're doing well on that one. Alright, yeah, but it's Mando's speeder bike again. Very, very small for the very, very cheap price. I'm honestly really glad these are 2 separate sets. Like, I could have easily made them into one whole set, but it's honestly very refreshing to see they didn't go in that route. Yeah, I think so. I agree. I mean, to be honest, Diesel, I'm honestly just glad to get hold of a cheap set that's not a microfighter. I think that's honestly really good. I think that's honestly, like I said, it'll probably be. I still say that this is definitely overall good. Cheap little set, easy way to get Mando and Grogu. You know, it's the perfect little thing. It's the perfect one thing to do, especially with the film coming out so soon. Been a bit since you've been live. Technically, nah, I was technically live. I was live last year. No, I was live a couple of days ago. Young Good working on a hop-stop motion. Nice. I hate making sets. Oh, what the actual set pieces? I can understand that thing. I sometimes get a little bit frustrating. Can't say long as you guys say. Yeah, no worries. Thank you for stopping by. Glad to hear you're still doing well. Take care of yourself. Hope you have a good one. Alright, so. I mean, something I can instantly already see from this is that Cobb Vanth has arm printing. And Cad Bane might also have arm printing as well. Take care. Have a good one. Ooh. Yes, Card Vamp has arm printing. That's quite cool. Be best and be a lesson. Lol. What else we got in here? Oh, we got the new. They're rolling out these new rangefinder pieces. The ones that they've been using, like the last year, they've been rolling those out. Well, I have to say, Card Vamp looks good. He looks very, very good. The arm printing is very nice. Now we're getting a new Star Wars movie after almost 7 years. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually really, really looking forward to it. I saw a different trailer for it when I went and saw Fire and Ash, and it's, yeah, no, I'm definitely liking the look of it. First time I've seen these old pistols in quite a while. I kind of thought they stopped making them. Ooh. No, this is really neat. He looks good. The helmet there as well. Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to the new film for sure. That'll definitely be a good one. Right. Okay, here we go. I still hate how on the modern figure the green on the torso armor is inconsistent with the green on his helmet. Oh yeah, no, it is a little bit. I thought, is it meant to be the exact kind of same green? I thought it was meant to be slightly different. I'm likely very wrong, but that was just a thought. That was likely just a thought. And the thought is likely wrong. But, you know. Oh yes, they did finish filming Starfighter. That one looks like it's just going to be a really fun film, I think. So I'm very much looking forward. That's another one I'm looking forward to. It's just something that's just going to be very different. We need good and different Star Wars films set in different periods. I mean, I do think the helmet, I don't mind how it being same green, I just wish the rest of his armor was the same color instead of dark green. Ah, right, I get it. I mean, I think it could be more of like a print, thing, I think. Oh no, actually, I have got the Boba Fett from the Book of Boba Fett there, and then the case, and yeah, no, his armor is like dark green. No. It's just obviously just a choice. It's obviously just like a design choice, I'm assuming. One film set in a blank canvas in a Star Wars universe. Yes, it's what they need. It's definitely something that they need to do. Got to do something a bit different. Yeah, no, I do like you can see the original colours of it as well. It's not quite 100%. It's not quite 100% painted quite out, but you know. It's a nice little detail. That's what I like about the upcoming Fate of the Old Republic game that's set in a blank canvas. Yeah, no, exactly. It's one of those, as I said, there are errors. I would like to see them do films or series set during the period. Like, this is going to sound a bit controversial, but during the period of the sequel trilogy films, to kind of help expand them out, but they're just refusing to do anything of that because they're probably playing it a bit too safe, let's be real. But I would like to see more in that. I know it's only it's kind of quite bizarre that the events of all three of those films only take place over a year. When you think about that for a second. over the very short period of 1 year, like the First Order kind of rises, takes over the galaxy, and then they're gone. That's kind of one of the hilarious points to that. But you know, it's still, you know, there's a lot that could go on during that year. They could tell some stories there. You know, come on, Disney, Lucasfilm, if you want to expand out those films, that'll be the way to do it. But you know. But there's a manga set in between The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. Is there? I was not aware of this. I might need you to send me a link to that, Martin. I was not aware of that. I was not aware of that at all. That's actually news to me. I still get bummed. Do get bummed out about the sequels every now and then, because I just like that it's, I don't know. I think the design of the whole like aesthetic and look to the First Order, I think is just very pleasing. Pleasing, is that the right? I'm not sure that's the right word. They just look good. I really like the smooth and that kind of futuristic look for what they did for the First Order. It literally looks like the Empire, but more technologically advanced, and I really like that. And I like the look of the stormtroopers. I like the look of them all. It just like, yeah, I like that. It's just a shame that the films kind of made them out to be a joke, and unfortunately, no one can really take them seriously because, you know, writing. Told you about it, and I sent you the link. Thank you. The most we've seen out of any sequel expansion was through books, comics, and shows. But yeah, I would love to see more of that era. We're supposed to be getting a movie, say, a year after Episode 9. Yeah, no, that's cool. It's just one of those things. I think it could definitely benefit. It could definitely benefit just having more. Just like more content for it. Ooh, put it on the wrong way. Did you tell me? Oh, I don't know. Memory of a Goldfish, remember, Martin? And if it came out in the period of the last 2 years, then that's when my memory was at its worst, because that's when I was working nights, so my brain wasn't really all, well, there. Whatever that is, man. Nights are brutal. Night work is brutal. It's not good for the brain. Don't do it. Anyone who's planning to work nights, don't do it. Don't do it. It is not worth the money. Trust me. Your mental capacities will be fried. So that is my recommendation. They're adding quite a lot of detail to this, which I do kind of like. Okay. I see how they're doing it. Still, wouldn't exactly say that's going to work again. It's gonna be, I think this is gonna be an episode of nitpicking from them, I think. That's cool. Oh, you get 2 extra rating points in this. Wow. That's actually quite nice then. Good old new piece, and you get multiples. You get multiples of them. Let me just sit down Mr. Vamp in his seat. Okay, well at least here his hands actually reach it. The only problem is that his hands can't like attach to it. Which is, it's not a big deal, but I think it's just growing up with like other sets of ball, when like you could have your minifigures actually hold on to the speeder bike like handlebars. It's kind of a little bit like, you know, humble opinion. Probably me being a bit more nitpicky, I would say, but just what I think. Put pieces away. Put the helmet over there. That's it. I think that's just, it's me being just nitpicky, I think, on that, in that sense, but it is what it is. There really are absolutely F4 pieces in between these bags. That is interesting. Alright, there we go. Here we go. Mr. Cad Bane actually has arm printing. Wow. Okay, Lego, I see. That is pretty swell, actually. The manga only released recently too. Okay. So what you're telling me is, Martin, is that I don't have an excuse. No, I'm done. Is that what you're telling me? Cad Bane looks pretty good. Yeah, no, Cad Bane looks really good. Looks really good, actually. Got some arm printing there. A good like jacket. A good like jacket print as well. I think this air tank bit that he's got here is something. Is a newish piece. I say ish because I think it was in like because there was another Cad Bane in there was a Cad Bane in another set, like the only other Bad Batch one, I think. But oh, he looks good. I like him. I like Mr. Cad Bane. You said it, not me. Well, you know. You know what I mean. Trying to get this on its hand is a bit tricky. This is interesting. There we go. Cad Bane is armed and ready to shoot carpet amps once again. Too soon? Was it maybe a bit too soon? Mayhaps. So we're going to do a mini body now by the look of it. Scratching my bridge of my nose. That's a really specific spot to have an itch. Like literally on the bridge of my nose, the itchiest. So itchy. Oh! Barton Bradley. I finally finished watching Ranma. I finally did it. And what the frick were those last couple of episodes? It's Ranma. Ranma is it's definitely a series. It is definitely a series. It's actually hilarious. Seems to be an interesting story, so I'm going to try to find it in my local Warstone soon. Okay. No, I said I'll definitely I actually was. I generally wasn't aware about that. You're asking me? I'm not a psychologist. Well, you know, I feel like I have to ask, but my God, that was definitely that was definitely the series of all time. There's that so random. I'm like, oh my God. The whole like Juliet, the whole like Romeo and Juliet thing was just like what kind of thing. But to be honest, as I said, it's very on brand for that series, just for it to be absolutely mental. But I liked it though. I always appreciate the series that gives that nostalgia of late 90s, early 2000s vibe. For sure. It's just funny. I have no clue if they're doing a season 3 because that ending was pretty open-ended. I would say they're planning on doing... It would seem pretty daft for them not to do anything because it's... I mean, as far as I'm aware, it's quite popular. So I think they would be daft not to, really. But you know, anything can happen. And Netflix are notorious for cancelling shows in the middle of stuff. So you know, there is that. There is that little hiccup. But no, it was fun. It was definitely a fun series. It's making me want to kind of rewatch the previous series because I would like to. I mean, especially if they don't do any more seasons, I would just generally like to. I generally like to just curious to see where the story goes. If you get my drift. Yep, nope, that's staying in. Oh, okay. I think I'm seeing what they're doing here. Oh, that's why this been. I just thought that's your name. Clever. I did wonder how they were going to do this. Well, they've done it quite well, actually. It's not even Netflix's call, they're just the international distribution. I can't say that word. Why can't I say distribution? Fair enough. I guess it just depends how well received it is in Japan. I imagine it's quite well received. I would imagine, but I have been wrong before over these things, so you know, anything is possible. Yeah. Looking at the size of this already, I'm kind of a little bit. This is definitely going to be interesting. It doesn't matter which way it goes. I'll assume it doesn't matter. But I guess we'll find out soon. Go there. Let's close up nicely, I guess. Yep. We've got these bits going on the end, which is the engine, I suppose. Yep. Oops. Slowly trying to take my time with this because I at very least want to cross the 1 hour mark for this stream, because I don't want to have a building stream that goes on for less than an hour. That just does not seem very good. But alas, it's not exactly a lot more to do with this thing. Looks fairly bare at the moment, but it's not. I assume that's just going to go on there. I have to say, I'm not $24.99 for this. This set is, bearing in mind, this thing is more money than the DeLorean that's out right now. Than the Back to the Future DeLorean, which is kind of like, I'm just doing like, How very, very interesting. Right. I mean, it's not a terrible build by any means. I must admit, I did think this thing was going to be a little bit clunky, but it's not too bad. Yeah, now I think the one main series I want to watch now, probably the Senshu one, I think I mentioned in the previous stream that I hadn't watched. I think that would be the one I would like to see. Maybe before any other series that I want to watch begins. Doing like the side like detailing on it now. She's looking like a lot of these chrome. I've already kind of shinier chrome pieces. Okie dokie. Rerun is soon, that is true. Rerun is very soon. 10 episodes, but I mean, if they're gonna be like the last seasons, then that means they'll be like 20. Most of the last season episodes were like between 25 minutes and half an hour, weren't they? Or am I thinking of ReZero? Because I know ReZero's done that a couple of times. That will be interesting to see. Okie dokie. The never said thing is understandable. Oh yeah, no, 100%. With how much, with all the amount of work that they put in with season 1, and if it's going to be, put it this way, if it's even going to be half as good as that, then you know what? Fair play. Fair play, you know, because it was a lot. The animation in that series was stunning. Subject of animation. 24-hour animation contest starts tomorrow at noon. 24-hour animations. That's going to be a fun one. There. That comes over there. The author of the manga is currently unwell, so I'll respect the animation studio decided to cut back this season so they don't catch up with the manga. Oh wow, that's cool. Respect. major respect, I think, for the studio to do that. I guess they actually don't too. I guess it's not that actually far. Not that actually, not that far, but I guess the manga isn't actually as long as I thought it was, which is really interesting. I thought it was quite a long running one, but maybe it's not as. Maybe there isn't as much on it as I thought. Which is interesting. There. Here. And that's, I believe, that's the story and the reason. But I mean, that's if that is, then that's fair play. Fair play to them. Not all studios and places would do that. So they say fair play. Fair play to them indeed. That goes there. Yes, I have to say, the more I'm looking at this kind of like final design and look to it, the more I am really kind of just like, not considering how much. So it'll be interesting when I build the Back to the Future DeLorean, seeing what that's like. Considering, I need to actually look. Did I have the piece down? Okay, so the Cobvamp Speeder has 207 pieces. I need to remember that number. So I need to see how many. Pieces are in a DeLorean, because I think I might be surprised, but also at the same time I might not be. So, you know, that could be interesting. Here. Okay, so I go there, go there. Over here. Some more of those red pieces. Oh, it's actually. It's on both. Oh, I'm going to take that off. There we go. I'm trying to think, is there any more series? I don't. Not on the top of my head. I know there's quite a lot of stuff coming out this year in general. Just can't think of anything other than free run at the moment. That's how it goes on there. And oh, they're using a musket pistol for like piping, like exhaust. That's quite funny. This thing is so built from scratch that they've been using musket pistols, they're not musket pistols for like piping and stuff. Interesting one. Oh, and we got blue milk. We got blue milk. Kind of blue milk. Very, very nice. Oh, there's the Invisible Man and the soon-to-be wife next week. Oh, gosh, yeah. Yes, that one looks very, very, very adorable and cute. I shall say. definitely looks like one that's going to give people diabetes because of how sweet it is, because of how sweet it looks. Maybe not quite the right words to say, but that's just what I think. This is what I believe, and that is what I think, ladies and gentlemen. So it just looks nice and wholesome and just completely harmless. And I think really that's all you can ask for a series like that. Okay. Anime season commences next week, my friend. That it does. I definitely have to remind myself of all the other everything else that will be coming out as well. Can his helmet go in there as well? Oh yeah, it all fits in there quite nicely. That's cool. Well, I say that. Second. Try and see if I can get this all in together. Don't see why I can't particularly. There we go, nice. That's pretty cool. A little bit here, and I think with that we're basically done. Yes, so that's so this is what $24.99 gets you. That's a bit underwhelming. I won't lie. Very underwhelmed. Oh, My Hero Academia. A series that I'm about 5 seasons behind. That shot to the neck is so random. But you know what? It is what it is. Nice, nice, yeah. It looks good. No, it looks really good. I have to admit, I wasn't so sure about it initially when I got it, but now that I put it together and I'm looking at it, it is really good. I do like its build. Again, more of a nitpick. This is Ben being nitpicky now. But I kind of wish he could actually hold on to the handlebars because he can't actually click onto these again. But again, that's something I could quite easily fix and kind of do something up myself if I really wanted to. But it's not. It's good. It's a really good design, and the fact that he can fit all of his stuff inside that little compartment is quite nice. But yeah, I reckon this set, I think, probably should have been £5 less if I was going to be completely honest with you. £5 less, and then I would have said we would have had a pretty good bargain on that. The figures are good. I know. I feel like with this one, it either needs to be £5 less, or it needs to include something else. Like even if it's just like a little build or another figure, I think. Because this just on its own for $24.99, I don't see it. I don't see it. Oh, that's a point, actually. DeLorean. Oh my god. So the DeLorean is, I want to bear in mind that the Back to the Future DeLorean is £2 less than this, and it has 357 pieces next to the 207 on this. Yikes. I guess that's the Star Wars licensing for you. Jeez Louise, that's bad. That's really bad, actually. Well, alas. That said, yeah, I'm impressed. I'm definitely more fond of this after I built it, but I think overall, I don't know. I wonder if, I think Lego's just doing this thing again where they're just kind of making really, I was about to go and brush my teeth, but Kitty has impeded me from doing that. You can't move. Once the cat sits down, you can't move. It's the law. I kind of half wonder if one of the reasons why there's nothing else is included is because you've got 2 figures here of arm printing. That to me might be a reason. It's not a very good reason, but the reason nevertheless. Like I said, the figures are good. Cad Bane looks great. I think he was great until he fell on his face. Oh, I say fell on his face, dropped him on his face, more like. The arm printing is really nice as well. I should actually move this light over a little bit, and then we can see his arm printing a little bit clearer there. There we go. So his arm printing is quite good. Vamp's arm printing is also pretty good as well. Yeah, no, not too bad. I suppose one thing I could do, I haven't actually done yet, is put on the helmet. There he is. There's Vamp fully decked out in Boba armor. That's good. And so I think another bonus as well is that you get more of these rangefinders as well. Yeah, you get 2 of them. Wait, is it 2? Yeah, you get 2 extra of these new rangefinders. That's really neat. That's really cool. Yeah, no, I'm... Gotta say, I think I kind of went into this kind of very much expecting it to be pretty negative on the screen, but to be honest, I can't actually be... The only thing that's really negative to me about this is really just the price. Everything else is kind of good. It just needs, as I said, I think it just needs either something more to justify that £25, like a little sign, maybe like a little side build, or even another figure, potentially. Or it just needs to be £5 less. Because if this was 20, this would be perfect, I think. I mean, to be fair, if you got both of these and this was 25, then yes. But unfortunately, it's not the case. But again, I'm more happy that we got this as a little build rather than the 2 sets in one. I think as Diesel mentioned previously, it's just nice that they're actually their own separate sets. Because if you want one, then you can just get the one rather than obviously buying a set with 2 of them and only wanting the one kind of thing. So not too bad, not too bad. I'm going to say for a fact I'm very glad I didn't buy the battle pack, because that is just a big old bag of not interested. Ugh, so tired of clones, man, so tired of clones. But alas, overall, I think Mando's speeder bike, I think I'm willing to probably give this, really a 9.5, purely because it's a good cheap set and it's a good easy way to get hold of Mando and Grogu, and also it's the first like £8 set that's not a microfighter, so I like that. The only reason I don't give it a 10 is because I don't know. So I could have used some more pieces, maybe make it a little bit more bulkier. So it'll be interesting comparing this speeder to the other one. In a little bit just to see. But I like it. I think that gets 9. I think I give that a 9. Give that a 9.5. A vamp speeder. I'll give it 7.5. I think 7.5, 8. I think I'm willing to do because the build was good. The build itself is nice. The figures are really good. I think really the only thing that just lets it down is its price. Should be just a smidge cheaper. Then I think we're good. I think we're very good. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Don't really see the need to kind of ramble too long with this, so I can probably just wrap this up. We can wrap this up into a nice short stream for the night, considering I kind of came out of nowhere with this one. It'd be quite nice just to be like, you know what? Let's just be chill. Have a nice chill 1 hour stream, and we can get back into a bit more of a scheduled during next week. Next week will be interesting because I'm in like 4 days again at work, so should be okay. I shouldn't be too worn out, but we'll see. I plan to say I plan to do a build stream to build the DeLorean. That will probably be next weekend, I reckon. And in terms of Thursday stream, that might be the start of maybe a playthrough of one of the games I want to play. Very likely Bioshock. But we'll see. I will have a think on that one. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys over the weekend for my 24-hour animation as I get that done. So look forward to that on Sunday. I'll be posting that on Sunday afternoon sometime. So, Yeee. No raids tonight. I think can't really be bothered to do a manual one. Can't bother to do a manual one tonight, so we're gonna be chill. We're just gonna be chilled for tonight. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all have a good rest of your afternoon or evening or morning, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye from here. Bye bye. Can't find the ending screen.